and other commissioners here present, our parents and guardians who have sacrificed the resources to put out this beautiful graduates. We also want to say thank you, distinguished guests. Before I move on to a short statement that the tenure of Moses' life must be a very short, so thank you here for Lord. But the next thing the permitting to use 2 songs for Shabbat thank. I want to also congratulate you for electing the professor of the LIBERIA Attention number 1 who has struggled to obtain a seat. By this time, the election of LIBERIA is a blessing to the legislature. We come without wisdom, we call it the error. In most cases, someone who left the local people, or we say that the president of LIBERIA in the legislature has also reviewed the sort of work because he paid the tax for the vehicle. I want to get the manager of LIBERIA, and I want to tell you thank you for letting me to serve legislature number 1 of Southern Territory. Secondly, you have a soul. Attention number 2, and with something people here. Attention number 2, but when the powerful son of Southern Territory in a struggle for the speakership of LIBERIA stood by us. Most people are telling complaining or supporting the Southern Territory for speakership. But remember today, Southern Territory is blessed to have the 3 million Republican England. Because of the fancy we are, stood by everyone. Our all costs, look at the error for the former speaker, he deserves to stand our us. And today, we are your speaker, and we protect the first computer. I'm a son of people, my father and grandmother here from Peter. My father is a wife from Zambia. Those are the people at the time who was then the chief territory. I was the people across the movement. When I had a people out of the CSS, but I think I see how many most of those places. So I want to say thank you for receiving me as your son back home. There is a pleasure that you will be with happy. Our president started with happy to equip myself with the people of Southern Territory and to my brothers and sisters. It is an honor to stand before you at this historic institution, the Simple Episcopal College High School, founded in 1856, and it is one of the oldest and most enduring educational legacy in our nation. This school has shaped minds, built character, and produced many beauty and substance to the years. Its history is one of resilience, faith, and commitment to excellence. Let me first acknowledge with deep gratitude the leadership of the new father,
that seeks to expand or extend the use of these infrastructure must directly address these historical economic injustices. The days of signing bad and lopsided agreements that undermine the rights and dignity of our people are over. We must ensure that the agreement reflects the following. 1, adequate community benefit to be clearly stated and binding and not left to the discretion of the company. Proper environmental safeguards to protect our lands, our rivers, and farmlands. 3. Fair revenue sharing mechanism that guarantee Liberia and particularly affected community a just return on natural resource endowments. Transparency in all financial transactions, including tax obligations, royalties, and profit sharing. Furthermore, I note with serious concern the reported $37 million payment that was made by Ivanhoe to the previous government as stated in the president's cover letter of this ratification document. The Liberian people deserve to know what that money was paid for and how was it utilized by the previous government. Accountability must be the foundation of trust in public governance and will ensure that. As a member of the Senate Committee on Ways, Means, Finance and the Budget, I also caution against a premature inclusion of the subsequent $10 million payment and $50 million payments, which are tied to legislative ratification and access respectively. To the current draft national budget. Doing so will create pressure on the legislature to hastily ratify this agreement and potentially without thorough scrutiny. This must not be allowed. Meaning, the signature fee of $10 million and $50 million after ratification and access should not be encouraged to be placed in the current budget. Let it be clear that we will not rush. We will study every clause of this agreement, assess its fiscal, environmental, and social implications, and engage with all stakeholders, including local communities, civil society, and experts, to ensure that the interests of the Liberian people come first. Finally, the Community Development Fund enshrined within this document must be explicitly defined in the agreement. It should not be left open-ended and subject to the goodwill of the concessionaire, as was done with previous concessionaires like ArcelorMittal, B Mountain, and the rest of them. We must include and deserve concrete measurable commitment, such as schools, clinics, roads, and livelihood, and not vague promises. I call upon my colleagues at this legislature, civil society organizations, and the media to join in demanding transparency, fairness, and accountability. Liberia can no longer afford to enter into agreements that mortgage our future for short-term gains. The time for buy agreements are over. It must be done with due diligence to protect our people, secure a sustainable future for generations to come. Thank you. We will now take questions if there are any.
Yeah, thank you, Senator, for the information. A lot of people want to know, you're raising concerns, especially with respect to this particular document or this concession. What makes you think that there are possibilities of this thing not going the way of the Liberian people?
Well, if you listen to the statement clearly, this press conference is meant to put out there our expectation. We already have started having some concerns, especially money that was paid to the previous government of $37 million. A document that was not signed yet. We don't know what that $37 million was for. We are not accusing anybody of anything, but we need to know what that money was for. It was mentioned in the cover letter of the president, but the purpose was not stated. So we need to know and what that money was used for, whether it was placed in a consolidated account or so. And part of the concerns that we are also having, that we have seen with previous agreements, is that upon ratification, there will be $10 million given, by the company. And once the access is granted in the future now, when they sort it out with AML, then they will give another $50 million. Our concern is that money, or those monies, should not be placed in the current draft budget. because that will put the legislature under immense pressure to not do thorough investigative analysis and due diligence to some of the points that we are raising. There's a parable in Liberia that when snake bite you, you see laser tail, you can be scared. The agreement with ArcelorMittal and other companies around here, such as B. Martin and other people, they are bad. Imagine we sat here, there's a gold machine digging underground in Cape Mount and Bomi County, and the gold is not weighed in Liberia. They take the gold out of here in disproportionate amount and take it to London to weigh it, as if to say to bring a machine right here in King George or right here in Tottenham to weigh the gold will be a difficult thing to do. These are things that we want to avoid. These railroads are passing through our lands, displacing our people, depriving them of farming, depriving them of fishing, depriving them of hunting, which are all their livelihood that they depend on. When these agreements come, they must meet the demands and benefit of our people to a substantial level. That's why we are doing it preemptively, warning our colleagues so that we can dot the I and cross the T's.
Yeah, so Senator, mine is like a follow-up to my colleague. One would say, like, you have the ball in your court now, the documents before the legislature.
Yeah.
And you have the power, the president has played his part.
Yes.
And then you have the power to see how best all of these things you have raised, to address them, to correct the mistakes, maybe if
there were any
on the executive. Yeah. How are you going about to lobby with your colleague to ensure that all of the T and the I are dotted?
This is the beginning of the process. To put a statement like this up there or out there to make sure that, you know, our colleagues are guided by some of the norms that we should set. And more besides, I just returned from South Africa from attending the EPINET conference that is purposely safeguarding Africa. It's the African Parliamentary Union on unfair taxation and revenue collection, especially from extractive industry. And they have already, you know, volunteered to review these, you know, concession agreements for us free of charge by paying experts to do so. Similar thing that they did in 2023 that produced the red flag memo that led to the denial of the ratification of the second phase of the ArcelorMittal agreement. They have also given the voluntary service to do so. So we're going to be submitting the documents to them as soon as we receive it from the Secretary of the Senate so that they can begin to look at it for us, because since they have the expertise to do so, and they will inform us, and we'll come right back here to inform our colleagues and lobby with them and say, look, these are the problems wrong with this, you know, concession. Let's send it back to the executive to correct it. But mind you, there's a high possibilities. There's high possibilities that the executive branch has done a tremendous job with this agreement. And once we looked at it and we sent it to our international partners and our experts and our, you know, analysts, and it come back to be very good, we're going to waste no time to sign it, but adapt so. And that's why we are putting the preemptive comments out there so that we can meet the benchmark of adequate community benefit, proper environmental safeguards, fair revenue sharing mechanism.
Edition of the People's Program, The Morning Ride on Cool 91.9, Cool Radio Hotline, Cool TV Channel 2, and our YouTube channel as well. And to all of you who follow us as usual, Mondays to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. we will run through global and national issues on this platform. Weekie Brooks, Ambassador Vice, alongside T. Nicholas Bartlett stands behind the camera producing all of the videos and sounds this morning. I'd like to welcome all of you to this edition of the People's Program, The Morning Ride, where we serve you your breakfast, your dinner, your supper, your lunch, based on your timeline. I know Mr. Zizi Dean of Take Us Village following me as usual this wonderful day. Let me say good morning to all of the folks who are joining the conversation. But this is it, where we walk the walk and talk the talk, and as usual have to shift the paradigm about the democracy with a favor. We speak undiluted truth, the very hard truth I say on this platform. folks, welcome. You know, there are a lot of things we're going to talk about. And some of our political leaders in our country, there are folks who believe that in the last very close to 2 years of the Boakai Kun administration, things have not changed, or nothing has happened in this country. And we already seen words during the regime of the former president, George Weah, that nothing has changed. He was a failure, and the former president said his government was the best in the history. Listen to Honorable Zara Cummings, who have said also nothing has changed, and the only alternative now is the ANC. Quite recently. And you know, there are some words that were used that we can even play you that. So it's now upon this government to prove. You were all in opposition. We went to election, the Unity Party won the election, but today folks are telling you, who are even collaborating with you, that you have not made anything far better in your 2 years, or pretty close. And let me say something. There are folks who've been wondering. I've been doing this investigation, and I've spoken to a few other folks on the issue of the asset recovery. People who took government money, owning government properties and all of these things. If you think that the asset recovery thing is dead, I got a surprise packet for you. The folks are about to take people to court. So some of you who are sitting in government positions or other government, you serve in the previous government and now you serve in this government, or you're not in this government, you are not off the hook. Not even the sitting president or the former president, former minister, representative, senators. The asset recovery team have reached a point where folks are about to answer for the steward. So things I will give you and you can account for, you go into court. The missing 16 billion. Some of you will answer a question for it. But in the meantime, between time, while you following the broadcast this morning, you can win for yourself some cash by playing the Cool Cash Radio Entertainment giveaway. You dial star 799 star 11 hash, $100 or 70 cents to play. You play multiple times. I didn't play 2 times, 3 times. When I see no more coming out, call somebody and say you just won for yourself 4,000. So you dial star 799 star 11 hash on your Lone Star MTN mobile account, and you will thank me later. So there, you know, right now we listen to the former you know, presidential aide to the former president, that the Unity Party-led government have failed miserably to lead this country. Yes. So he was on the state Segu Damasco, you know, Kalasco, you know, Segu Kalasco Damasco, who also spoke about this thing that, yeah, the current government has failed to meet the expectations of Liberians in the nearly 2 years of governance in this country. He said he graded his government 4 out of 10. We listened to Honorable Cummings, who also said this government, nothing has changed. The Unity Party government now is upon you, is incumbent upon you to make the difference. People have said you have not changed anything. Fingers being pointed at folks who are in government that you corrupt. War, you say in the past, you yet to have it done. And the former president said his government is the best in the history of Liberia. Listen to some of these things.
Transparency in all financial transactions. You know fully well that existing companies, some of which we have been banking on to do the right things, have been carrying on transfer pricing, misinvoicing and cheating the government. Some of them been here for 22 years. Accelerator been here for 22 years. They have not paid dividend on profit once in their lifetime. And our calculation shows that they have collected more than $1.4 billion. They have collected more than $5 billion in profit since 2005. And up to date, they have not paid us dividend on that. And they keep croaking us through all sort of, mechanics. That's why we are calling for transparent financial transaction and fair revenue sharing mechanism in this Ivanhoe, Liberian government concession access agreement.
Senator, my name is Dwamoto from the Liberian Investigative Newspaper.
Okay.
It says about good concessions in the interest of Liberians
Yeah.
in development.
Yeah.
Let me also take it to recently some of your colleagues paid a visit to the operation site of Natl.
Yeah.
The entire country knows your role about Natl doing the right thing. What's a report did you get from your colleagues? And B, to the question, are you aware of the Natl and Iboma loan dues, getting back to before the current government?
Well, to your point, though, my colleagues who visited Nimba, we raised the issue. The leadership of the Senate has taken seize of that matter. And the concession committee and the joint committee that was constituted, as far as I'm concerned, is still investigating Accelerator. And we'll be pushing this sitting for that report to come out. But when it comes to what happened between me and my colleagues, the leadership of the Senate has taken seize of that matter. So I don't wish to comment on it further. The issue of Natl and Iboma, I can state to you clearly as I issue a statement about it. We are not aware of it. And the senator who made the comment I asked him, and he clarified to me that he just mentioned that Natl and Iboma have made initial contact with the government. So as far as we're concerned, the executive branch of government has not informed us at the legislature that Natl and Iboma deal is something. It is his information that he was just sharing, that he understands from sources that Natl and Iboma, have made initial contacts with the government. Businesses around the world have the freedom to contact any government around the world. But what we will not sit here and pretend about, those were bad deals yesterday. They can be dressed in another clothing to come. They will still be bad deals today. And the information I want to put out there is that we are already fully well enrolled in the IMF program. And people will know that one of the guidelines of the IMF is that you don't give us sovereign guarantee, for loans such as that. And those companies will not give you a dime, even if they are.
They are product me because you heard me before. So you punched me before. So did I get security? Your party punched me before. Hey, that's right. Why you? Do you remember my party now? 27th March. Why you bring 12 guys? Bring me out from the properties throughout. Answer me.
Answer.
Lie on the video. I will send it to him. Don't worry. I will send to him. I will talk to him. That issue there. Go back to the court. Go to the back door. I'm the biggest shareholder of my place. Yeah, I want inside. Even you. Okay, I'm inside. I'm waiting for 100%. Go back to the court. I want you a lawyer. Hey, you can't do that on channel. You can't answer my question. You can't answer my question. You can't answer my question. No, always hiding. Always hiding question.
Lawyer.
Why you always hiding question?
Yes, that lawyer.
My lawyer send me back. My lawyer send me back. Why you didn't answer my question? Why you didn't answer my question? Answer my question. Why I can't go inside? No, now I came inside legally. Why did you bring? I can't live here when you were coach. Why? No, they protect me. I can't live inside. I will live inside. Okay, leave here. Open the door. Okay, all right. Leave the guys here. Open the door. Coming. Oh, why? You are pass me. Okay, leave the people there. Open the door. Open the door. I leave them here. I'm inside. It's my place. I'm inside where you go.
So tension is breeding. We hope that the law enforcement authorities, I'm trusting that they will, of course, but the altercations, the tension is breeding. The altercation, of course, you see right there, the Chinese nationals just satisfied. You don't tell me the choice of words to use. When I go to the police station, you don't tell me that I can tell the choice of words. But I don't say it. I'm telling you, you can't tell me the choice of words. You don't. Is that the water?
I bought the water.
Is that the water?
From the supermarket.
Let me see the water. Please.
Where's the bookkeeper?
And so this is the water, folks.
You can't answer any question.
The water is called Vata water.
No problem.
Just for you. And this is it. I think some of you have seen this. This water, and it's currently produced at this Chinese national. In this case, before the LMP said he invested 2.5 million to build this bottling plant. But currently it's been defrauded by the managing director of the port. Allegedly, managing director Sekou Dukle. So this is disappointed. And so the police personnel are trying to ensure that this place will be calm.
Why are you here? I see why the Chinese. Why are you here? Yeah, but start fighting. Nothing happening over. Why are you here? Without fighting. What are you looking for? We're not letting you play. It's a nobody They are product me because you heard me before. So you punched me before. So did I get security? Your party punched me before. Hey, that's right. Why you? Do you remember my party now? 27th March. Why you bring 12 guys? Bring me out from the property out. Answer me. Answer. Lying. On the video. I will send it to him. Don't worry. I will send it to him. I will talk to him. That issue there. Go back to the court. Go to the back door. I'm the biggest shareholder at my place. I want it inside. Even you okay, I'm inside. I'm waiting for 100%. Go back to the court. I want you a lawyer. Hey, you can't do that. No. You can't answer my question. You can't answer my question. You can't answer my question. No, always hiding. Always hiding question.
Why
you always hiding question?
Yes, that lawyer.
My lawyer send me back. My lawyer send me back. Why you didn't answer my question? Why you didn't answer my question? Answer my question. Why I can't go inside? No, now I came inside legally. Why did you bring? I can't live here when you were coach. Why? No, they protect me. I can't live inside. I will live inside. Okay, leave here. Open the door. Okay, all right. Leave the guys here. Open the door. Coming.
Repressing them. Yeah, papi. We wanted to pay them off, and we are done. To release them, pay them off. You got to pay in jail for 72 hours.
Just pay them off and release them. That's all. Listen for the 8 hours.
Hello. Most hours, all the things, the rap of the common people. You took 8%, you don't want you last. The Supreme Court, the law minister rule against them that the people are right to union last.
Yes.
Because the union last, my brother was offended, 8% was offended. 5 months, no pay. Then that's how they 5 months, they pay them. I don't go to school. I don't go to school. I want to pay them. But if the government says the people are going to union last, my labor minister confirmed it with document, they are going to union last. So that's because of that. When you don't pay them, you don't pay them. Yeah, you don't pay them. You want to destroy our future. 10 years. I was 10 years. Yeah, about land.
Yes.
Why? What I do? $100 US dollar. That money was supposed to be there for 12 hours. They said no. They say the chair was security. Then they stand there. Then our national police stand to news protest, and then the people blood last. They were harmed, wound them. If I come on, man, I be somebody say, okay, but what to do? Okay, well, first before 4 days in prison. 4 days. Who on them? You are spray on them. They say, oh, you can protect life for them. When they pay money to you, we all medal. We come on people with our family there. They serve you, when pay them at your benefit. You can't infringe on our right. Then officers, PSU officers, that him, they may have evidence. This man, you press spray. This man, put camera on him. Put camera on him. You press spray. And press sprays on pure citizen. Then demonstrate him. Then we do. Like you know, pay me off your.
So give us your name. Your name.
I Manuel Dolo.
You work for a cigar or just family member?
My brother was cigar Dolo. They want to invest me for first.
Our children deserve a bright future. Children deserve a brighter future. Our children deserve a brightest future. Eradication of corruption. Love will lead an example. We will establish clear accountability mechanism. Raise concern about the fairness and respect for institutional protection. Laws that were established, including 10 positions, must be upheld, and the justice system will remain impartial and trusted by all citizens. Now, if you get people when you go to court, then you go to jail for nothing. Permit me to say this: for too long, our country has suffered setback when government decisions did not fully respond to the needs of the people. I expect criticism from opponents and skepticism from some quarters. That is of the political life. The important point is that we address concern constructively and focus on building consensus. Fellow Liberians, the nation Israel recall, in 1979, there was a race riot by proposed increase in the cost of a 1 bag of rice from $22 to $26. Also in 1980, that is April 12, 1980, there was a coup d'etat driven by deep-ended tension and imbalance in political inclusion. To sum it up, in December 1989, we experienced a bitter civil war that resulted from division, marginalization, and discrimination. Efforts over recent years to strengthen anti
anti-corruption institution and protection for tenant position to build a trust in the governance system. Since the transition of government in January 2024, there have been actions that raise concern about the protection of those institutions. These development risks returning us to the painful episode of our past and undermining progress made to strengthen institutions. We must avoid repeating those mistakes. We must respect the Constitution, bridge the divides, respect different views, work together as a nation under one God. In this regard, I call on the national leaders to govern inclusively, where every view is respected, irrespective of party affiliation.
Segu Kalasco said, out of 4, out of 10, 4%. Honorable Cummings to speak at a gallery in the United States, nothing has changed over a period of time. Let's listen to that.
Country of origin. Liberia belongs to all. Liberia belongs to all. Its governance and resources must be fair and transparent. Third paradigm. The road ahead will be challenging, but I'm optimistic that the future will be good. With your support, we will take our message of restoration to every town, every village, every community. We must work hard to restore Liberia. To the dedicated members of our newly established political party, in the days and weeks and months ahead, you will face challenges. They will criticize you. They will call you all kinds of names. Political dwarf. But I don't care. You can call me any name. My name is Jesus Fanogo. I don't fear anybody. I only fear God. Because He is a giver of life. So I don't fear anyone. So when you call me, the political class, the elite class right now in this country, you can call me any name hereafter. I will tell you thank you and call you on the phone and say thank you for calling me that name. But my name is Jesus Banogo. Remember, if they call you these names, ask yourself why. Be proud of this achievement. You are the pioneers of this party. You are the architect of this party. You are the foundational pillars of what will become a movement in not too distant future. Be bold, be resilient, above all, be united. To the youth, you are not the future, you are the present. Our energy and innovation will drive our nation forward. To the women of this country, your strength and resilience are the backbone of our society. Your voices will be respected in life. That's why you see in our leadership, we have women. It's not men party. We incorporate everybody. This is our time. This is the moment for us to put aside individual ambition and put our work first. Let us leave this convention united in purpose, energized by conviction, ready to deliver a genuine alternative to the people of Liberia. Having said that, I'm pleased to accept this nomination to serve this political party as your political leader. Not as a personal favor, but as a solemn contract with the people of Liberia. I pledge to work tirelessly, selflessly, for the utmost fidelity to the values of the Liberian Alternative Party and the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. Long live LPP. Long live the people of Liberia. And now we ask God to bless every one of us as the party comes forth to restore the hope of the Liberian people. God bless you.
Is the political leader of the Liberian Alternative People's Party, Blambo. That's George Mr. Blambo, former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs during the administration of former Liberian leader George Manuel, and now he has declared his intention to contest as a president in the 2029 general and presidential election. So folks, as I say, my name is Benjamin Cable. Goodbye.
For this overwhelming, this convention was more than just a vote. It was a testament to the vibrancy of our democracy and the unity of our party. To the esteemed colleagues who also sought leadership in LAPP, I extend my deepest respect. We are one family, united for a shared vision, for a better Liberia. The Liberian Alternative People's Party is a general alternative for the Liberian people. A people-centered political movement founded on the principle of honesty, integrity, inclusive growth, and justice. We have emerged from this convention stronger, more focused, and ready to go. Let me emphasize that the time for politics as usual is over. The people of Liberia are calling for a change that is built on honesty and trust and not through deeds. They are asking for one, economic dignity. Our people want the wealth of this nation to be managed well. They deserve to live with dignity. How can Liberia be blessed with natural resources, but yet people are living in poverty? Lack will implement benefit all citizens, and not just a few who sit in the office and suck the money that the Liberian people deserve and put it in their pocket. Improve infrastructure and social services. Liberia will invest in education.
2 years and nothing has changed, and they're looking for somebody different. It is now up to us to make the case that we are that alternative, that we are that different. As I've said in the recent past, we will not be defined by anybody or any institution. Will define who we are. This nonsense, this bullshit about communists being gay is bullshit. This nonsense and bullshit about elitists, we will dispel all of this stuff. It's up to you and it's up to me to make sure we do that. And if we do that, if we make the case, if we're not condescending, if we don't feel like we know it all, we better
history of this country, and there is no other government that have done more than what he did. Honorable Cummings said nothing has changed, much have not changed, and our current president, former vice president, current president of Liberia, he also, spoke about things that former President Weah was doing while sitting, and he was not going to do that. People have questioned a lot of troubles over a period of time. People have questioned his ability to fight corruption. People have questioned the lackadaisical attitude from former officials who do not go to work, they stay at home and run their offices. And people have questioned that much you just suspend, and yet, but there are folks who believe that to prosecute people, you must have sufficient evidence before you take these people to court. But listen to, before becoming president, when he spoke on the former regime that Liberia drastically, at the time, were retrogressing under the leadership of former President George Weah. Are we moving forward, or we just at the same spot? Your candid opinion will be.
I've not seen.
If we make the case, if we connect and relate to our people, we will be successful. We will win. If we do not, if we keep doing the same things and expect different results, we will lose. Yes. That's the definition of insanity. And nobody in this room is saying right. Nobody in this room is stupid. So let's leave here this evening committed. Let's leave here this evening believing that when we do the work, we'll be successful. This belief that, if President Weah runs again and he's likely to, if President Boyka runs again and he's likely to, that there's not a path, that is nonsense. Right? If you look at the numbers, and if you look at the fact that Liberians want an alternative, and if you look at the fact that the fundamental issue facing our country is around the economy, is around creating jobs, right? Nobody, be careful how I say that, but nobody who is aspiring to lead our country understands how to grow the economy than I do. Everybody got the area, right? Yep. Got my area. Let me just end by thanking you again for your presence. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you in advance for your hard work. Here you weren't here when I acknowledged you. Thank you for your leadership of this convention committee. Thank you. And I know you will stay engaged and involved, and we'll make sure you stay engaged and involved. And everybody else who competed and were not successful, we need you to stay in the game. And Emmanuel and his team, as I've said in the recent past, we will not be defined by anybody or any institution. We'll define who we are. This nonsense, this bullshit about Cummings being gay is bullshit. This nonsense and bullshit of being an elitist, we will dispel all of this stuff. It's up to you and it's up to me to make sure we do that. And if we do that, if we make the case, if we're not condescending, if we don't feel like we know it all, we're better than people, if we make the case, if we connect and relate to our people, we will be successful. We will win. If we do not, if we keep doing the same things and expect different results, we will lose. Yeah. That's the definition of insanity. And nobody in this room is insane, right? Nobody in this room is stupid. So let's leave here this evening committed. Let's leave here this evening believing that when we do the work, we'll be successful. You know, this belief that, you know, if President Weah runs again and he's likely to, if President Boyka runs again and he's likely to, that there's not a path, that's again, that is nonsense. Right? If you look at the numbers, and if you look at the fact that Liberians want an alternative, and if you look at the fact that the fundamental issue facing our country is around the economy, is around creating jobs, right? Nobody, be careful how I say that, but nobody who has aspired to lead our country understands how to grow the economy than I do. You know, everybody got the area, right? Yep. Got my area. Let me just end by thanking you again for your presence. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you in advance for your hard work. Leah, you weren't here when I acknowledged you. Thank you for your leadership of this convention committee. Thank you. And I know you will stay engaged and involved, and we'll make sure you stay engaged and involved. And everybody else who competed and were not successful. This nonsense, as I've said in the recent past, we will not be defined by anybody or any institution. Will define who we are. This nonsense, this bullshit about communists being gay, is bullshit. This nonsense and bullshit of being elitists, we will dispel all of this stuff. It's up to you and it's up to me to make sure we do that. And if we do that, if we make the case, if we're not condescending, if we don't feel like we know it all, we're better than people, if we make the case, if we connect and relate to our people, we will be successful. We will win. If we do not, if we keep doing the same things and expect different results, we will lose. Yeah. That's the definition of insanity. And nobody in this room is insane, right? Nobody in this room is stupid. So let's leave here this evening committed. Let's leave here this evening believing that when we do the work, we'll be successful. You know, this belief that
counties or any dying people, the president is well active in moving and pushing forward the country's agenda, the agenda for which he was elected for. The president week, as I mentioned, has been really busy. with the receipt of ambassadors and other members of the diplomatic community who had come to present their letters of credence. As you know, letters of credence presentations are presentations that the president will receive if a new ambassador is appointed by the country and accredited near Monrovia, where they will come to the country and present the credence. And for this week, His Excellency received in audience the ambassador designate of the Kingdom of Spain, the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, the Republic of Philippines, the Republic of Ghana, and the Republic of Mali first. And the following day, the president also received in audience 2 ambassadors, the ambassador designate of the Commonwealth of Australia and the United Mexican State. And those letters presentations were all presented to His Excellency at the Executive Mansion. For the president, this marked an important time of our country where members of the diplomatic community are working and looking forward to seeing, what contribution they can make to Liberia, especially on the diplomatic front. As you know, Liberia is a very important member of the global community, inclusive of the United Nations and other regional bodies. So with the presentation of letters of credence, he believes that this is also in contribution to our growing image globally, and how Liberia is positioning herself to be a major player in the world. Following the presentation of those, the president also designated Honorable Samuel Sifkuya to speak on his behalf at the program marking the launch of the Executive Mansion Communications Internship Program, a program that the president believes will help, public communicators, especially those who intend to join his communication team at the Executive Mansion, in informing the public what he's doing and the activities and actions, he's taking, and most importantly, in gauging the views of the public, the Liberian people, the people he serves on a daily basis. As I mentioned earlier, the president also did visit Margibi today to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the United Nations. And as you know, the United Nations was established in long ago, 80 years ago, basically, and Liberia being a founding member of the United Nations. And today, the people, the citizens of Margibi, received a president who delivered the keynote message. In that message, the president did again recommit his government's role in calling for a united front for global challenges and global issues, and standing firm.
Provides security for citizens, and there are folks who believe that all of what he said before becoming president are not things that have come to fruition, and he had to do some of these things. But are people who believe that Liberians are Liberia on the pathway to growth, development, accountability, transparency in the governance system of our country. All of these things were being said over a period of time. But, the president again, but then before becoming a president, there were issues that were asked as it relates to fighting corruption, declaring assets. Today, some of the officials are yet to do so, but actions have not been taken. He took action, suspending some people, but there are still more folks who yet to do that. But this is where we are. Just in the next few days or months, we are going to be talking about 2 years of governance system of the Unity Party by former Vice President 12 years and now President of the Republic of Liberia. Listen to him again. I'm taught to make this conversation very interactive.
People of integrity. And secondly, I want to make sure that even beginning with myself, we will declare our assets. We want to make sure that this is well known, the purpose of coming.
Collective voice of the African community the Common Africa position, as well as talking about the need of a stronger United Nations and the solidarity that Liberia brings. And Liberia also was, as you all know, elected as a member of the United Nations non-permanent seat. And in 2026, next year, Liberia will be taking her role or taking her place. So this celebration also marks the recognition of that effort. In fact, Liberia in this program was recognized, was given a certificate by the resident coordinator of the United Nations, representing the Secretary General of the United Nations, Honorable Antonio Guterres. And the president was excited of that, and the people of Margibi being a part of that. Still in Margibi, the president did tour the BWI where the program was held, the Booker Washington Institute, tour the facility to see the progress that have been made so far with the new administration under the principalship of Madam Nancy Freeman, who heads the institution. And the tour included facilitating or visiting places such as the classrooms, the automotive area, the electricity, the carpentry section. And the president is well impressed as to the progress so far. Interestingly, the roads within Calcutta that was paved by His Excellency was also looked at, and it was open, or ribbon was cut for that. And the people, the citizens of Margibi, decided to name the road the JNB Avenue UN Drive. So in honor of the United Nations and His Excellency's work, the team there decided to give that to the President and the United Nations, and that ribbon was cut. Still on the actions and activities of the President also has appointed members of the government. A new appointment include members of the judiciary. And he's appointed Councillor William G. Kippert, the judge of the traffic court of Bangasete, Bon County. Councillor Eric Molu, judge of the debt court, Lofa County. Councillor Daniel D. Dolokelen, judge of the debt court of Bon County. Anthony Colley, judge of criminal court E, Lofa County. And Councillor Rennie O. Moses, judge of criminal court E, Grand Jide counties. And these nominations are expected to go to the Senate for confirmation hearing. As part of the Constitution, these nominations will definitely require confirmation hearing by the Liberian Senate. The President hopes that the Senate will give the nomination the expedited role so that they can be confirmed where necessary to be able to continue the work or begin their work in the different jurisdictions, so that the issue of the rule of law and accountability can continue unabated. In additional news, I'm pleased to inform the Liberian people that Liberia has received Mr. Kilmer Armando Abrego Garcias on humanitarian and temporary grounds. I therefore announce that the government of Liberia is hereby announcing the decision to receive Mr. Kilmer Armando Abrego Gracias on a strictly humanitarian and temporary basis, following a formal request from the government of the United States of America. The decision was reached after extensive consultations with relevant national and international stakeholders, reflecting Liberia's enduring commitment to upholding the principles of human dignity, international solidarity, and compassion in times of distress. Liberia's actions are guided by both international humanitarian norms and its own long-standing tradition of offering refuge to those in need. As one of Africa's oldest republics, Liberia has historically extended protection and goodwill to individuals, and communities needing assistance, including the African freedom fighters and democracy advocates who once found safety on the Liberian soil. In this instance, Liberia's decision hereby confirms its role as a responsible member of the international community and a country that remains committed to the humanitarian and international cooperation that anchored in law, due process, and mutual respect among nations. The government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, will continue to engage closely with the United States Department of State to ensure that all assurances and arrangements between the two countries are fully observed. The process will be undertaken in strict coordination with competent Liberian security, immigration, and justice authorities, as well as with international partners to guarantee the highest standards of safety, transparency, and human treatment. The implementation of this decision will adhere to the following safeguards. 1. A comprehensive security screening and vetting by the relevant Liberian authorities prior to and upon arrival. Respect for due process and human rights, including access to appropriate legal and procedural protections in keeping with international obligations. Ensuring that Mr. Abrego Garcias will not be returned to any country where he may face a substantial risk of prosecution, torture, or other serious harm.
Was the best or is the best in the history of our country. And the current president spoke about things that he was going to do today. He's been criticized by folks who believe that those things that he said, he yet to do it. He's from the background agriculture, but yet to see we are not food secure as a country. We stay heavily dependent on our stable food being imported rights to the country. And there are folks who believe that the government is progressing and they are making some changes. But honorable communists also believe that nothing has changed. But this is where we are. But we'll go for our commercial break this morning. We'll take our sponsor break, Mary McGuy. When we come back, the lines will surely be activated, and hope you listen and have listened with comprehension.
One thing we ask of you, one thing that one thing we ask of you, one thing that we.
The people are into selling Mary Maga hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settle down in Moserado County. They Mary Maga hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Mary Maga hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga hot tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settle down in Moserado County here. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Mary Maga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Mary Maga hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you're complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Mary Maga hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework, go, you can't awake.
So welcome to this evening visitation of the Speaker, Honorable Richard Namwekun, visiting the Sami Avila Port of Greenville, being escorted by the Port Director, Madam Xavier A. Tale. is sinking as well, dancing. Keep following today Libera TV. We are here to bring you live activities of the speaker in Sino County. Escorted by Representative Samson Kwijo-Weah, also with the port director, Madam Sylvia A. Talley, the councillor herself, the Iron Lady of the Samuel Abbey Port of Greenville.
Yeah. Hey, Samuel, wait.
So wheresoever you are, so the speaker. So the speaker is taking the bike. A team. We are here moving at the Samuel Abbey Port of Greenville. Keep following. This is Today Libera TV. The speaker himself used motorbike. So the speaker decided to ride motorbike and leave all of his luxury car back. I said you want to ride back today. So ladies and gentlemen watching live on Today Libera TV, we are heading to the Samuel Abbey Port of Greenville. Where keep following, share the video. This is the Samuel Abbey Port of Greenville, Sano County. The youth president of the CBAC, Samuel Toma. And so we are heading towards, and now we are on the port. We are now on the port. There's along the ocean. This is the Samuel Abbey Port of Greenville. Keep following Ivre Vanipe, my boy. we are moving to the newly constructed rehabilitation site. So, our speaker, there are a lot of people just questioning us. They say, why does speaker have to leave a car to ride motorbike to go on the port?
It's my passion. It's my passion.
Wow.
Normally my attention around motorbike too up. So I don't want the problems I give to them to let them know that I'm a perfect motorbike rider. Yeah. So that's why I care about motorbike picking them.
The voice of the speaker. Keep following. This is Today Libera TV, wherever you are.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bonafan, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Cample City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888 85 67 76, 0777 444 591, and 0775 4995 49. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert supplement.
In your sickness, hold your heart, hold your heart, oh sister.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bonafan, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Cample City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888 85 67 76, 0777 444 591, and 0775 4995 49. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert supplement. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Have you heard about the one in una Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga hot tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Cample City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga hot tea supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga hot tea supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888 85 67 76, 0777 444 591, and 0775 4995 49. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own Herbert supplement.
In your sickness,
Licensed and certified by the government of Liberia. It's Liberia owned. It's not something that is imported. But so you get there, you explain your health condition. You know, this is something that is made right in Liberia. People who suffer from stroke, also stomach, rheumatism, low blood pressure, sexual transmitted diseases, and there are a whole lot they're going to be they are offering. So that there in Bonaz Farm, Pinsville, you get there opposite the Coma Tissue Factory. You ask, you get there because there are do's and don'ts. The doses are there, but when they give it to you, they will tell you exactly what to do and what not to do while you are taking your medication. So, but it's not that pain not shrine. I'm going to go tell you that they go out on you. That some
very easy to drink. You drink it in the morning, the first thing in the morning, and last in the evening or the night. Once you are done all your eating process, you get it down and you move on with it. It's important. It has helped a lot of people, and now it's closer to you in Moserado County. If you are into Central Monrovia, it's important there. You will talk to Miss Patience. We are in Central Monrovia there, and I'm going to call the number to you so that when you are in Central Monrovia, it's important you can get it. Join you upon 0775 499 549, 0775 499 549. Central Monrovia at the Clay Street and the Camp Johnson Road intersection there, around the Yes Transport. You can be able to get the Marie Manga family there. And this product is not just sold anywhere in the market. This is one thing. Nobody will tell you that I went to a market, I went to St. J market, you're passing around, I went Wallasa and found it there. These are the points, POS, that you get these. And also into Bernard's Farm at the opposite the tissue factory, Kumabino and Son Tissue Factory there, Painesville, Bernard's Farm area. Opposite there, you can be able to find the Marie Manga family where the headquarters is currently in Moserado County. You will talk to Mr. Prince B. Gray Sr. on 0776 369 805, 0776 369 805, and 0888 856 776, 0888 856 776. You will talk to Mr. Prince B. Gray Sr. He is the business manager of Marie Manga currently in Moserado County. And you can find it in Lofa, find it in Vonjama, also into Bon County and Nima County. So it's important that you can move on and have Johnny and take us later on. Good morning.
So indeed, good morning to all of you, and thanks for joining us as usual. So you heard it, and you can go there and you will thank us later. You know, there are a lot of things being said that go for 2 years, and there are folks who believe that this government have not done much. People within the opposition block now say nothing has, and there are folks who are blowing their own horns or the trumpets while sitting in government position. And there are folks who believe that much has not been done in terms of fighting corruption and replacing the former president.
as a candidate? Is it that nothing else you can do for the people? This is sad for our country. You see politicians now, they are running here and there, only thinking about the next election, but not thinking about what they can do for their people. And this is very sad. They also are a case study for electorates. That the day, when the day comes, where they sit before or they stand in lines, they get before the ballot box to cast a ballot, they have to make the right decisions. Because their decisions on that day is hinged on a specific period. 6 years. It's a 1 hour decision, it's a 1 day decision, it's a 1 minute decision when you are there behind the screen, but it is a decision that will last for 6 years. And Liberians should begin to think the decision I'm making today will yield result for the next 6 years. Is it because of the 2 arrests I got? Is it because of the clothes I wore, the berets, the lapots, the t-shirt? Or is it because of my generation, of my children, of my family, of my community, my district, my county, my nation? They should begin to think. This is the reason why you found people saying we were in the dead water and now we see nothing happening. So because you want to look at the event and not the process, so you see nothing happening. Yesterday, the former President George was here. Everybody said nothing happened. Today again,
hearing the same thing.
The same thing, nothing happening. You see that?
So who's the alternative to change things around?
You see?
Are we just going to be having these words spoken and we don't see the kind of action that should be effective and having impact in the lives of the people?
You see that?
Honorable Cummins said the net alternative now, people should run to him because nothing has changed since this government. And the alternative was to replace former President Weekie today. People pointing finger at President Baka that officials in his government are corrupt.
Sure.
Reportedly, people pointing finger to him that he's building condominiums. He got unexplained worth. Where do we go from here? Are we just going to be hearing these things? And people are now talking about people being persecuted, people who are labor, and people who are involved reportedly in the corruption. He's suspending, not much being done with his action and all of these things. Where we are, do we have a united opposition front that can say, look, we will keep this? Are they sincere and constructive? The president with the agricultural background, we stay heavily dependent on importation of our staple food rights. What much have we done? Farm to market routes, hospital. Just imagine the University of Liberia, the president of Liberia is saying that come 2029, the targeting that we got at least we can be among the 300 universities. So what kind of target is that too? But this is where we find ourselves.
Certainly.
Are we being understood ourselves? Where do we go from here? The government is pretty close to 2 years. What has changed? The former presidential aide to the president, Sibu Galasco, recently said out of 10, he can only rate the government 4. So much have not been done. The government is lawless. People just do anything they want to do. But where we are, you have the opportunity to weigh in. But while you are there, continue to play the cool cash really in similar Liberia game. When you win for yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars, cell phone or other fabulous prizes. All you need to do, make sure you got money on your Lone Star MTN mobile account. You dial *799 *11 hash, $100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US to play. Just put in. You play multiple times. Play from 2 up, and you will win something this morning. But we are certainly here this morning on this edition. We play you all of the episodes from the past to the president. You listen to the former vice president, president now. I'm telling you, you listen to the former president telling you his government was the best since in the history of Liberia. What's your own take where we are today? Has this, have we progressed or we have digressed under the leadership of President Baka? He spoke about tourism, he spoke about agriculture, he spoke about roads. Are we seeing these things today? Education, health, where we are? Let's talk to our callers on the line now. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Can you point to specifics in terms of how we are retrogressing other than progressing in our country? Can you point to know why? So you think corruption is high in this government and there's no political will?
But you expect it to end?
Thank you. Let's talk to this caller. You're live.
Good morning, people. Good morning, Senior Barana.
Good morning, Mark.
And this is people are now welcome back on the show. Thank God for speaking recovery. My name is Martina, and I join from the most abandoned district in the Republic of Liberia, District 6, represented by someone in a very proud neighbor to the Vice President, His Excellency Jeremiah Kwankun. I may appreciate you guys for the advice this morning on the topic of the discussion. You know, I want to say today, on this morning, that Liberia is progressing. On a daily basis, Liberia is progressing. At least 10 God, this God sent leader and a God-fearing leader have come again to rise Liberia, and I will continue to say this without fear nor favor. I'm not looking for favoritism. I'm not looking for favor from him or so. I'm saying this because this is about our country. That today we see there is no sanction. When we get here to any ministry or agency or illegal thing, the president right away, the next thing you hear, this person is no longer in that position. It happened around the level of Rosalind swap over Dennis. Today, Rosalind is not there. The level of Army Moda, today Army Moda is not there. The level of the former Deputy Minister of Agri and Sport, today he is not there. So Liberia is actually progressive under the dynamic stewardship of this God sent the God carrying leader, His Excellency Dr. Joseph Juma Bwaka.
Okay.
And we'll always.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're welcome. Let's hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Ohara Bertun. I've been very focused on data. If other people can say when I've been changed, then I will tell you when it comes to sanitation, the government is doing extremely well. I recommend the president for that. There's other things to do with it. Some part of the government that is for the sake of it, through the president, you praise the president for it. When it comes to infrastructure law, I will praise the government for that. So this is an affirmation that is in the same. I don't think we need to get it like this. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. Let's talk to this caller. You live.
Good morning, Mr. Masu, and the birthday last year.
Good morning, Rizzo.
I want to say thank you this morning for the discussion. No, as we have you, will not be the spirit of answer. When the person is doing well, that will praise them. When they're not doing it, of course, we can say the same. I think our excellency, the Ambassador Joseph Nima Bwaka is doing well on corruption. And it's not president I will just wake up every morning, talk this, talk that, and you not see a movie. But when you take action, people know that you take action on the line of corruption. But people will come and say, oh, you're not talking on corruption, you're not doing it. The president is something that you can sit down, listen, and be slow to talk. Now, how our president went. So let us say thank you this morning. We pray that our.
Okay, let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Let me say good morning to the chat team.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you. This is somebody Pepper. I'm a member of the Military Elected Bureau. I'm joining from my day. Let me say good morning to Excellency President Bwaka. See, I think all of us should not be surprised that Kumi and others, they are opposition. They are not there to praise the government, but I think what we call national interest in terms of people, right? So to have a mindset to just say nothing has changed, absolutely nothing has changed. I think at a level an educated man who knows better than I do, you wouldn't speak, I mean, nobody is expecting to speak the way you all want to put issues. But again, that is a position of opposition. But all we can say to them, there are sectors in the government, improvement have been made tremendously that everybody can point to. Some of them bless for the rule. That's not about law. You will hear yesterday within a group, Minister of Foreign Affairs, the picture of our country were deemed on the basis of rape allegations. Today, go to that ministry. The red picture have been shining up there, and today, if it gets stepped out, it gets identified as a Liberian. There a person, a priest will come to watch only because Liberia are taking another direction when it comes to putting people in an institution who are credible, who are very presentable, and also they can make things happen for the country. So again, these are the people who sit on the field and want to come to power for a year when somebody doing positive things. They have no spine and courage to praise the country, even if you want to praise Joseph Boaka, but there are people who are right, they are doing well in a respected position.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, this is John Steve Betty calling by Chapel. The speaker would not welcome her. And again, the people of board of God, if you somebody that cry my parents brother who are crying last week that you are born by the party.
Can you please go to the issues and leave whatever personal thing that he spoke about? Can we address the concern?
Okay, now to the issue. We may be the most important district, and yet indeed we say there's improvement. It is a laptop. Now, a laptop stage or a conversation, I support you 100%. They are never been about the people, but the people are the problem in this country. We appreciate government and we consider a district to be the most important district. Where are we going? We left the 1 minute to make sense here decision, and we continue to fail miserably and continue to hold those who continue to fail us. Even the party, they didn't campaign for the people, they campaigned for the election, and they didn't want election. They have never been about the people. They have always been about the elite. And now it's time that we, the people of this country, stand out, take up our political government and say enough is enough. The word of this country is intended for all. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning. Okay, let's talk to other callers on the line this morning. You're live. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
When you say nothing has changed, I don't know. Why when people then, when the system is good going on, you can. But however, you can blame me then to blame people that are going beyond them to make them president. So you can't blame them. The next one is that he said that working for our president came for the agriculture background and he has seen nothing the agriculture. What about the small president that came for the sporting side? How many states he built around here? How many academies he has? So Liberia was saying something we will know how we talking things. Only company that is brought into this country as a great enjoying. Oh, my brother, thank you, man. I don't want to talk much.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is Kofi Tono from the 12 houses room. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to share my idea. You know, our people, we will all say this because when we were in government, we never show out what we're supposed to do. Today, they are our president. He stood for the cause for us. Today, we can see what they have done. George, we have spent the 6 years and he never show up what he have done for the Liberian people. But today they will sit down and criticize, only sit down and criticize. So today we know that these are people that just sit on the fence just to talk. While somebody is working in something that will benefit the Liberian people, they sit on the fence to talk. So from now, we say that we know that our president is working, and he will continue to work. I say thank you to all of the people that is in this building. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to this caller. Your life.
Good morning, Weekie.
You're welcome.
Good morning to now. Then it's coming deep and I pray for Gaza this morning. You know, last Friday you prayed, I think the mother business speaker. And you said something so early. And I don't know how many of us can you follow that program on Friday, even though we don't call. But these guys are teaching us. And whenever you are negative in your mind, it's difficult for you to move. You remain where you are. They have many people don't like in this country. We don't appreciate. And in Liberia, our politicians, they don't know election. Everybody talking only 2029. You are running campaign last election. You told people that they don't mean the only people they want to do that. Why are they not doing anything for us to speak? Only 2029. But there are people that are thinking that the government has done with this country, and we don't want to appreciate that. We give for example, if we just wait and then that solar panel is being installed, you know how much we benefit from it? No, what is happening? You know that yesterday when you go, you pay, they will treat you, and I mean they will tell you, say, go and buy drugs. Today you go, you pay the money to the bank, and they give you drugs. I said the one that is not there. Are we not seeing that? Look at salary. Even though it's not being improved to the extent that we want it to be. But permitting are changing too much more. Look at the better roads. Look at the better community. Today, go to red light. You don't see drunk car parking or walk. Today, every Sunday, red light is clean. Are we not seeing those things? Why are we so these people to attend like this? We need to be positive to whom they come to power. If you are negative, you remain where you are. But with that, this country will move power. We will make sure we pray this country will move power.
Thank you for the time. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Thank you. This is Pastor David. So, when it comes to corruption, the government under President Walker has gone 0.00%. And this is the first of us. Because as I said in our one week, many themselves is in the work of corruption. This is the work. When the officials of government are corrupting everywhere, the only thing that we have seen is to go after the political opponent. That's what we see. People in fight, including the president. Building mansion for himself, and we just talk about it. And one man wants to sit there and say, they're making sure they do the part of corruption. That is a shame. That is a shame. Government is you let it come out. And you can see it everywhere. It's everywhere it's on the constitution. So, I mean, when it comes to corruption, I think it's 0.00%.
Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning, Weekie. Good morning now.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Ogoyan, Ogo calling from Igbo. Yeah, you see, most of the time, we always have a position to always make the, position strong. We should mind that talking. The day they say see what, the day they say what is going on. They remember that going on, we will laugh down at going on to see it, but we want to fight it. They may do the best, but we know it already. You know, one thing I know is that I asked them once, I asked some of the guys and rights, issues and rights, said, well, you know, one thing that the physical government, the economic thing to impact lives for 6 years, they didn't really want. But look at this government, just few months time, what have been happening? Look at our town roads, some eating road, villages. People are happy, they're calling everywhere for it. Look at the rice price as usual, we fight more. Everything that is stable and prices are declining anytime. We look at gasoline, no more something, oh, look, gasoline, gasoline. I mean, we have said yes, look, gasoline can't go up, but look at it now. Gasoline is $600, $680, $600, so now somewhere it comes down. Look at the rice price today, stable rice. Look at it happening. The good news is get out there that you have gone far now on the matter of you talk for you to sell them with the stores.
Yeah, before that, I went to Saudi Arabia. There was no respect. Just before the election. We value that. For right now, I go on to Saudi Arabia, people don't respect. Oh, yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not me. Oh, yeah, it's good. See? So we should learn to praise God. We should take God for this.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers on the line. Good morning. Okay, this caller is off the line. Let's talk to other callers. 0775-919-919, are the two members. Let's talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie. Good
morning.
Okay, this party, you know, I come from Patrick community. I listened to your presentation concerning the entire country about whether things have changed or things have changed. I think in the basis of discussion, I want to join Amara Kone to get to like those people that should manage our expectation. The reason is that I know that during the campaign, the way the president spoke, the way the Senator Natl spoke, and other people spoke for the level of the campaign, the idea was things would have changed abruptly. So because of that, there are people expectations. They don't see any changes. Now, we can say this thing over here. Like Weekie Bridge, that's what you say. When it comes to the level of corruption, people think corruption is just to take money. No. Look at the National Identification Registration that's supposed to take government regulation. Since June, that institution has been shut down. And Kofi who was appointed with policy at another institution. Up to now, from June, October, almost November, there is nothing that entire institution has been shut down. People who are supposed to be working out of job, and a lot of things going on where the people call the clean corruption aspect. So what we need to do is the president need to take charge. I think the error is that I've seen in the government that the president is not in charge. Because if the president was in charge, those institutions that needed to be revamped, that needed to provide what is required for the betterment of the country, those institutions were not provided. There was some responsibility. But people are undermining the president's effort in terms of making a lot of effort in the country, in terms of helping the country. So this is what expectation. So I'm speaking to the Liberian people that manage our expectation. We know some things are changed, but we will not see it because the expectation are high. You say, you know, corruption, money will have been floating, people will build, you bring company, you bring all these things. And what Liberian people don't see, you see, they will always say that whatever you do, they will not look at that things have changed.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to other callers this morning. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Chief.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. My views are just speaking from Baptist community. Now, you know, some people saying that the government doing anything, government doing something. I think in my home country, in my country, the football field. So we have to go there for the reference campaign. We said that the country will be changed about the football level. The Papa will never even go to or support to say you will play football. Mostly cancelled. They kept out the yesterday, they were playing the final last night by 8-9. They go play football. Who put the football field there? Joseph Baka. And personal for the corruption. Being corruption still existing and in the public government. People there see Baba, development part is there. It's been a private everybody in it. For personal for corruption, we still get people in the government feeling. Example. So the Pope, they were calling to do the busy. Say he's doing something in that book there. We were demonstrating all they wanted. We've been it. So let the public shine the eyeball, this country here is for everybody. Let it shine the eyeball personal about the corruption. Because the corruption, you said that you will fight for the corruption. And if you would store the money, they say they will not see any action to go in jail. But now, we see about the corruption still existing. They say protecting their own leadership. So when they move for any power, then the other groups then I will kind of say, okay, and the other people so we're not doing anything for them. So they can criminal activity will not want anything in this country.
Okay. Okay. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. We keep going on.
Yeah, go ahead.
They just remember when she has to look at his mother and I tell you somebody when I see you. I just the common brother saying that they want to get government doing everything. You know, the people there they see. They try to tell them that they try to consider that some people they have to stop not take good. But now the common brother where you are there, you are just buka.
You're not able to understand people. You're not able to understand for everything. All for the old debate, but today now, you create another better for that woman. President Boga knows that he being there. Please, former president, please, yeah, president, hey, just finish the people being doing. He couldn't stand the member of the man. So will never come back in power. They call just so that people money, I really have to pay for them with head. So that's the job for people and now they're getting do.
Okay. Good morning. Yeah, go ahead.
I listened to the conversation and I just want to believe in this morning. When I recall including the global deal of the opportunity national conference, the out in the DAC, stated that nothing has changed. I think that's the conversation this morning. Having listened to the call, including my friend Brother Pascal, I think we'll see today this morning that a lot of things has changed in Nigeria. From the executive management today, there's a real new normal in the executive management we have in the organ of that huge change in the executive structure. We can't have in the structure. When I go by now, we have a new figure, new leadership, that's a big change in the structure. In the judicial structure, we have a new figure too. Now, let's look at governance and implementation. Unless the last 6 years, for the very first time, Nigeria was elected as the non-president member of the security council in the nation. That's a big change. Our passport had negative image. That negative image of our passport has been restored. There are whole other systems that have been put in place to get our passport with dignity, to bring the country back on par with other nations around the world. We are well respected, our diplomats are respected around the world now. That's a big change, and a big change. If you come home to let it say, let's look at the very important issue. There are a lot of things that change when it comes to the very important issue. When the president made his statement, he said, well, when you start rule, there are many things to come true. In the past, you were paying for government 4,000, 5,000 in the southeast. In 4 municipalities, you have cars going to the southeast, including buses. And today, you can get a better rent in the southeast for as higher as 3,000. Some area 2,800. Gasoline, who were paying 2,000, 4,000 for 1 gallon of gasoline. When I took motorbike from Ghana to go to Tabata, I paid 4,000 in motorbike to go, 4,000 to come. Today, you have to pay $750 a year for gasoline. That's a big change. In the agriculture sector, you have many of our people now. Natl has increased their registry. They get $400 in their account. They raised it to $2.7 billion. The registration has increased. Now, what? Now. And you can see cocoa transaction is widespread all around the country gradually. You say nothing has changed. The farmers in the rural area are investing in agriculture mainly because the rural agriculture is putting money in the agriculture sector in order to make sure that those people meet the very important demand on the Liberian people in the market. There are a lot of production that are ongoing. Liberians are producing their own rice right now. For the very first time, Liberia will be another ship registry around the world. We have our own fishing vessel, first time in our country history. You have a senator from the south who tell you, who inform you that look, my people can feed the people of the rescue government. For the very first time,
okay, let's talk to others. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie bro, and good morning to your articulate co-host. Yeah, you guys are considered as a media trailblazer in contemporary Liberia. For one part, you're always consumable consequence.
Go to the point, my brother. Others are on the line. Go to the point.
Yeah, for the recommendation of past command, and throw the disco for under the canopy of the United Party to the Electoral Bureau. On the issue of nothing, I think the post for the opposition, mostly for the angle of the 1% kingdom, they are not very fair. They are not brought fairness to the disco. They have said that we said nothing has changed. There's nothing has changed matter that the parading way is reality. I mean, the government that nothing has changed here, the center of the country. But all the overall, I think there have been a lot of dramatic thinking. Positive, very positive work.
Oh, okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie bros and now.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. No qualifying the sure complex on the account. Let me say thank you for the broadcast of some politicians, some of our own of the power say nothing has changed. Let me tell you something. When cooking, the last time when they saw people use other foods, then you can bring a coffee car. But today, senators, they all people of coffee, they take away the value, you get down, 10 hours to get in the coffee. Nothing has changed. Thank God. Then, someone is telling me, nothing has changed for the commercial, but it's okay. Everything has come on the shut off. They have nothing in government. They have positive, they have no cases on the target. Nothing has changed in the border commercial. Thank God, everything is going on. So here, he got a job in policy journal. So then they got all the other reports that master I read go through that when people know where we are, nobody has ever said why the police are before. Thank God, nothing has changed. Why I can see that. Then someone has started to say they want to see your prison. Who have brought the other in their court for years? Almost 3 decades. That's okay. That's what I'm saying. One channel only. That's okay. And when they start reaching people paying that, some people are DRTV. Even tell us, even who are taking some people up, who are asking, you take me here for 4 more years, and they say, wow, but they say I clean more than Europe. But nothing has changed. They changed.
Okay. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie. Good morning to staff and good morning to my great people. I'm here to let you know. Weekie, let me say that I bring people today. Yes, for this government trying more in this political arena. It says that this government has made a ban on the system and on back on the road. This government made back on the legislature for people. I'm not saying this government, I'm not doing anything about the health system, the education system. Look at it going right there. What country is watching? Look at how people are there, EPD, on now, 2 days in Rwanda. The health system in Rwanda is very, very poor. This government, I'm not doing anything. Let's go to home up and where was come here. You're not saying right here, I'm saying about competition. This government going to elaborate more, they want to do everything for elaborate more. When they get come up and around, they want to do it. But look at it, now agriculture. This government has that there still on now agriculture. So the students they hold it, one is coming on the school to go. Okay. Okay.
So sir, I can continue with you. Your lines.
Thank you, Weekie this morning.
Good morning.
This is one of the two joint conversations in the system. Let me tell you that this morning. Look, the government is improving its sectors and they are not improving its sector. When we look at the sector of the agriculture, the government is doing extremely well. Only the thing called agriculture stock, producing food for like rice, cassava, ragu. And when we look at the legislature, the government is really strong at putting in legislature, looking at the solar farm that we are building for Mosirago. And when you look at the health sector, they are finally fighting within the sector, even though it's not 90% completed. But the government is trying in the health sector. But when it comes to corruption, I foresee the government is not doing anything well when it comes to corruption. Because new things I think that when people voted the government right back. Because we really campaign that this guy, the party ministry, they stealing for this country, so we want all the great people prosecuted. So every now we are not seeing people in jail for this kind of thing. So I believe the government is stealing gradually when it comes to the corruption table. From road infrastructure, they are doing actually well to get people from very nice to go to river D and river side. That is one of the issues what they're doing. They see in the bad thing. And can you imagine driving so in this country in much of our area? So we are not going to go to Africa, and we put the corruption in the government and improve. If we put the corruption, I believe it has been what I would succeed.
One thing about Liberia and Liberians, like I said earlier on, it's just a cock and bull activities. The politicians lie to electors. The electors lie to the politicians, and they all are being affected in the situation. If folks are saying nothing, and if you ask this morning, you will hear that people's personal life has improved. And how possible is it that you divorce yourself from the government? when you are the government. So I don't know how Liberians are. To be specific and be sincere, Liberians should be asking themselves, what has changed? What hasn't changed? To be real. But you will see, the personal lives of people have changed. And most of these people were government officials back then. Their lives have changed. But the government hasn't changed. What's the problem? Those who were in the education sector yesterday or past regimes will say, yeah, their lives have changed. They got schools running. They have changed. But the government, middle education have not changed. What's the problem? Those who were in the government yesterday, who were working into the public works sector, lanes, agriculture, health, maritime, whatsoever it is, they will say their personal lives have changed. Yesterday they were government officials, they have a condominiums. They are running the best of vehicles, but you ask them, they say nothing have changed. The government haven't changed anything yet. Are we really sincere to ourselves? Are we sincere? If we are saying nothing have changed, I hear folks saying, like Gabriel Buchanan Smith, oh, hey, look at school, you expect everything to change at the same time. The school in Ross's kind of not change it, the health not change it, so then you have changed. So it is because of your personal thinking or your personal feeling. Let me be sincere. Like I said, Liberians should be asking themselves what has changed and be able to identify those things that changed and what hasn't changed and be able to identify them. Look, this issue of politics is, like Pierre Luma said, it has become like a cancer. If Liberians doesn't fight so hard to get it minimized, we all be wiped out because it will affect everybody. It has. The very people today that are saying things haven't changed in terms of corruption, when they are auditing folks and asking them to unveil themselves, they are the very people that take placards and go out there. Then you expect things to change. Oh, you expect things to change. You sit there, you allow people rob you. You expect things to change overnight. What has changed and what hasn't changed? Liberians should be sincere and asking themselves. It's not just about as people talking, it's just about the cock and bull activity, blah 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 blah. I mean, look at that one, look at that one, look at that one, look at that one. But ask them their personal life. The past 6 years, and today will tell you their life has changed. They were now on mat, they lay on matters now. Their life has changed. How possible is your life can change and you, who is supposed to be your government, cannot change?
But I don't know what better way.
I don't know.
To place it.
Like brother sincere, and because of insincere in our heart, we will continue to suffer in this country.
And guess what? I've been trying to speak to the folks, and I've gotten some concrete and reliable information from the asset recovery team. They said there's going to be a major bombshell in the next couple of days. Like you say, we won't talk about fighting corruption.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that people who stole assets, who took unexplained work for themselves today, they got it, to recover it for our country, that will go towards development, that we can put drugs back in the hospital, we can farm internet and pay people who are teaching our folks in public institutions and looking at the health sector and all of these things, our security and all of these things. Look, Councillor Martin is about to drop a major bombshell that some of the folks who are currently in government and past officials, and he been clear with his team, because of that, the former president is now off the hook. The current president is not even off the hook. They're going after them. These are some of the reasons the former president is worried about,
that he forced and what they were to him, that he will be caught up with his pants down. On
but on a very serious note, and that's what we keep
But
saying.
they don't know.
But you know that this government, the current president, is also dragging himself in that same line. You know, we nobody's saying you should just take action, but we think that the president needs to be more proactive.
He should.
Yeah, nobody should. No, when it comes to the issue of governance system, nobody is supposed to teach you. Mr. President, you're too experienced for all of you telling you what to do. And my colleague and I sitting here on a very serious note, without asking, without begging for it, but we have never benefited anybody in the government.
But you heard Abraham
that wrongly accused us. Oh yeah, this, that, yeah. But what can we show that you have done?
The folks that at the capital, while having the vice president chair, Abraham that was launching the complaint. Say the people say with me.
What they don't tell you, myself.
I said it straight.
What the Lord said to you and myself.
So that they don't throw us in our face.
We met at the presidential lawn with the president at the ministerial complex. What did he say to you and myself? He said the only way he can look at all the girl money and say money clean. Say we can talk about corruption. So that means
corrupt money he get.
Corrupt money
he can't give it to us.
So he can't give it to us until money.
When the money get clean, I tell you, give it to us.
And both things they say, you know me, I'm me. Then he go, he said the poor accused. Look.
And the police said, he said 2009 election, I'm not picking nobody.
I told you for that day that said that the Lord and myself officially we meet, we will talk, but to say I will call him only one on a map. For me, I'm not too much asking tech. You know me for that group. Yeah, you know me. I'm not too much asking tech. So some people say, oh yeah, got it. No. But on a very serious note, we want to see people answering for the stewardship. But by the time you go for these people, then you find the same people who've been crying, go stand for them.
Yes.
They go and protest for them. What sort of
look at the man who was a former finance minister is telling you in best part of financial policy that he gave additional 4 million. Is he not indicting himself? Then the folks are around him, they're laughing. He's telling us about about national security.
Yeah.
So security and those are talking now. Pakistan, no, they're laughing. They don't see issue. The man said 4 million.
He said I gave them 4 million more.
Out of his
government. He spoke in our
authoritative form. Yeah. The man said the president told me to give 4 million. Yeah. I finance minister.
I was instructed.
No.
I gave them 4 million more. He said, I want to can't me.
Yeah, they will ask the people who are getting 4 million too.
How they use
what they do? So a librarian sat there.
They were clapping.
They clapping.
They were clapping.
Then the same people come and say nothing changed.
And at the same people who were there clapping again when somebody said it's good to corrupt and build your country.
Yeah.
Then to take the money and the people. He said, don't look at the individual, just look at the emblem. What a dog that just go and vote.
And they went to the senator.
They made a senator.
That they think to change.
They expecting to change.
Yeah.
I don't know where we come from.
They expecting to change.
Look at our colleague.
The United States government, the Global Magnitsky Act, put a sanction on some Liberians and stated the reason why Liberians were no longer interested in that, but elected people. Look at Maggie.
Not even to fight for
education.
Yeah. Not even to.
Then why you not to change?
Not even to help these people to justify or clear their names and say we'll give our support.
Yeah.
But they put them in a position to make decisions.
No, they want things to change.
Then they expect things to change. Look, we've been very open this morning in saying some of these things. You know why we will continue to find ourselves in a position that we. You know, if I go by, let me tell you something today. I will not say all. A lot of people are not sincere. You know, the level of ingratitude that you find in people in this country. You will risk your life, you will sacrifice for people. If I go by, somebody will look at you for little or nothing and stab you in the back. Somebody will say all the negative things about you. Somebody will tell you you have not done this. And some of the folks who will look in your face will even tell you. It's
you won't believe it.
You will not believe it. And I'm experiencing that. Some of the folks who, you know, sometimes you wonder. But we
continue to honor man ourselves.
Yeah.
They will say nothing had changed.
But we shift blame on.
You expect them to change? Look at Nigeria just celebrated the early part of October, another anniversary of that country. How many years? Like we can double several times. What have they done different and changed our country? The people got the population more than us, thrice or more than that. The people got infrastructure more than us, but we are way younger older.
Now let all ask: is it questioning the former president of properties that he acquired or built while sitting as a president? Is it wrong to go and ask him to explain the source of the current president? Today, fingers being pointed at him for bidding a presidential. Is it for Liberia or his personal thing that when he leaves office, he goes to take it and feel that a place he's supposed to go and relax? Is it wrong to go and ask him? Is it wrong to now call Samuel to say, you said you gave 4 million more than what the National Elections Commission requested for? Why did you give it in the first place? Before even going to NEC, let's ask you what authority you, as then a Minister of Finance, had at the time to have done.
Nobody accusing you.
That the man himself voice it up.
Nobody accusing you. Now the Electoral Commission say we receive additional money. Nobody says
now this man is telling us that he said on state secret.
Yeah.
That for information. Can we just possess the man or some of the information that he got concerning this country? Are we thinking in a way informed that it could be detrimental to us or helpful to us? Can we ask the man, please come and sit and let's have the kind of conversation why this. You know, up to this time, imagine, look at the number of other reports that have come out for the GSC. We just sitting and watching. But by the time you go for this person and say,
you know,
if I go, please come and answer for your stewardship. Like this year, you and myself are working years here now. They are making one day.
Yeah.
I have sat in this chair for the last 10 years. So if I'm leaving this show, you think I'm not answerable to people or whoever comes in or management say yeah, or somebody even asking me how you run the show, what is the format? So I'm supposed to give it one, go and get back everything I carry with me. I'm not saying come and be like me, but there are policy and there are structure for the shows, how we run these shows here. But nobody wants to be accountable.
Nobody.
Hold your cry for these things. When the people go for the people, we should always observe the process and make sure that there are impartial investigation. That's why. But we prejudice, we preempt the results. But we already know government after the people, government after the other people. Yeah. 1 minute, these people. I listened to yesterday. I listened to Henry Costa, and they say. Zion Cummings can run till he's 90 years old, he will never win the presidency because the first thing, he lacked the political ability to steer the affair of this country. And you find people clapping. You find people laughing. Because why? I said something.
Nothing will change.
I said something to you a couple of days. If anybody thinking and fooling President our President Bwakai, that at his age he's capable of contesting for the presidency again, you're starving. That thing that happening in Cameroon, Port Bia at age 92. Can you imagine? But I told you. And if you look from the local team, it's not that former President Weah is so ill. Former President Weah from the local team, he depressed, he's stressed. Nobody giving him chance to relax himself. People who don't want to see him back to the president, that's all they can do what they want to.
Because they want to get protected.
Yes.
And they want to come as a repressor.
And they feel that the only way out is that his president can actually protect them.
Through him, yeah.
And if he's not so smart, trust me, one of these selves around here, you'll find yourself he's a president we are. Former president we are. Nobody should lie to you. And you are not even far from being questioned. The president currently, he's not even far from being questioned. You like it, you can be 100 years old, 90, whatever.
Man,
they will cuff you and carry you to where you're supposed to go.
I told you, even when, if a possibility comes to the president, what will you do until you die? Will put you on your grave.
I no longer with.
Go on those days.
No longer. I will dilute any information. I'm going to be giving it the hard way and the real truth.
But I said to the president, you think yesterday we heard that when the former president came to power, in just a split second he was breaking down his structure, rebuilding them. Then you come to power, in less than 2 years, you're hearing that he's sponsoring and they're not rebuilding something. We won't know the truth. If I don't get the truth, you're in trouble.
In Bazava, last year, on Decoration Day on this platform, off record, when we placed a call to the president, he said he was never going to let us die in terms of governing this country.
Sure.
And we still got that information. And Mr. President, I know what you go through on a daily basis. Presidency is not played. In the words of Michelle Obama, she said, they don't change you, they only reveal who you are.
Yes.
You know, sometimes people just want certain things, when they get it, then they show themselves. I was reading something this morning, and it said, marriage, or always pray for a woman who takes good care of your kids than looking for beauty. Marriage, only thing in marriage is respect. Because two of you have come from their various backgrounds, you grew up this way, they brought you this way. The higher thing is for the woman to always show that level of respect to you, you know, and can't show anything to you in your face or do anything. And this is just with the issue of the government. Everybody
the lies.
Today, the same people who were collaborating with this government that came to power yesterday, now they want to tell us that this government is corrupt, they are the alternatives. We should look to them. And this government to say yes, let us get some things done. Let's make sure that people are paid. Let's make sure that drugs are into public facilities, health facilities. Let's make sure that schools are good. Let's make sure that roads, connectivity, farm to market. Let's make sure that our stable food, we invest more, that we be food secure, other than heavily depending on importation of. How do you live on people to feed your home and you expect it to be better? How? And you don't like us talking these things. You think because we sit behind the microphone, we're not Liberians, eh? So you think when we have family, we don't have kids. You know, Liberia is a big show country. Once you can just play from a big show, you can steal a show.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not about the reality.
It's not about reality.
No.
And because people are not critical in how they think and look at and view people, everything is just about big show.
The people go election might become representative.
Yeah.
The next thing he campaign to become senator. When the election might become senator, he campaign to become president.
But look at the kind of
the way now.
Look at the kind of people who say we got as representatives and as senator. You get one man who just sit down on the cost. And they just feel that he's doing something good.
Yeah. No, that a function. That a purpose why you elected him as a lawmaker. So everybody
will never sit, or the woman will never sit to say, these are my cardinal functions. Oversight, I represent the district. I'm not fighting for the district development fund. I'm not fighting for roads and other things to come. I'm not fighting for electricity, water, and all of these things. But you only vent your anger on people and people clap and laud it. One man said I just conclude that his government is the best ever in the history of Liberia since 1847. And we accept. But we don't question these people. When other countries, but why you know that the former president of Madagascar is just scraping on his citizenship? The fact that He fled and he got a French citizenship. They stripped him of his citizenship, though he no longer citizen of the poor country. But you don't do that yet.
No, it's a taboo.
You don't.
Yeah,
we get domestic debt that pretty close to our national budget. So when we develop that, how can we be owing?
And because we're running with this story, nothing happening. It's just going with our life. How can one man, they call one man coming from the southeast, the man dressed like a woman to come? Yeah.
For what now?
Because it's another change. So like they change here. So they make it happen. One man dressed like a woman. A man. You cannot remain in your form and travel. What happened in Liberia now? You want to dress a woman. So you see here? And the leaders are confusing the electors. And electors are confusing the leaders.
And you know why, like you said earlier on this morning, and this is the focus point. The politicians have turned into the electors. They are even faking themselves.
Yeah.
Just how the people can just bring them to the limelight and they do what they want to do. They turn into the electorates and not being sincere. You will stay in the rain and the sun to have these people elected. At the end of the day, you go there, you see that the people, they will tell you, I just serving. I'm going there to serve you. But when they get there, they want to be served. They want to be served.
Liberia, we will soon see, mark my word, like it happened in the past. Folks came and took us this land. There were people here, you don't even hear about them. We had a serious struggle, indigenous. We had American Liberian. People came and took all this land. This land is still virgin. It's possible of people coming and taking all this land is still there. Liberia doesn't even know their purpose.
Just imagine when the president, the asset recovery team after being established, by the time the people decided to take full charge or asking people to answer for things in a possession, how they acquire it, and some of these things were state properties or whatsoever, you saw people fighting for these people. Some people said no, the people can't. Yeah, some people spoke and challenged us in this country and said, no. Now, the team is saying they're going right now where they have reached that Fisi will still in the public because they're going for people now. No if and about it.
But the former lawmaker at District 4, when no car when she was hit with that process.
And when people who were and they were pointing places where people are supposed to go ask.
And they're still doing it today. They're still saying why the investor can't go to the place. They can't go to the person. And now by November next month, we're pretty close to that point, the indictment will be drawn. So just know that these people will be going. Know that. And people, you know, I don't understand Liberians. I can't just understand Liberians. And it's so shameful that the very people, the young ones who are being robbed by the action of these people, are the ones protecting these people. You know, so now when I get so much disdain, I start to call him, people can say, wow, they're calling names. It hurts. Because Liberians said they're not interested. Mark my word. You want to tell me when they were bringing slaves, there not many people here, any slave came and took over, they put out here. They started governance and all. You started coming, laws started coming, and that's how we reach here today.
Yeah, we leave.
And we still seeing people coming, and because the Liberians are confused.
We leave.
You don't have foreigners are coming in this land and getting rich, while Liberians are saying we no improvement.
We leave position before we speak.
Yes. Look at a few days. The EPA they destroyed several dredges on the Liberian water. And majority of these dredges, almost 95% of them were operated by foreigners. But the indigenous are here. And they are the ones crying. They are the ones supporting people to come to power, not themselves. They are not supporting their lives to improve. But all they want is they must see certain people in power. That's all they want. That's all they live for. Then they say our life can improve.
Liberia? You know, there are people who suffer in the past to bring this government to permanence. Somebody here to benefit. But we agree that everybody will not have to. But can we make the society a society where even the public or private sector, you're comfortable to work, you can express your political feelings to anybody and don't affect you at your workplaces or whatsoever, and all of these things. And you know, we always like to say an example. When the president talked about asset declaration, and everybody was so happy and they voted him for some of these reasons. When officials of government that went on to fail to declare the assets in a given period, they respected the president. We set an example here. Ambassador Christopher Manager as ambassador, special presidential ambassador on tourism. He was one of those. He was in the process, but there were one or two slaves that he said.
But he was sitting with the president that day. You are the president house when I released him up.
Yes.
He ran straight. He said, I gotta complete the process.
And he was the person that we even put one on the spot left.
The next morning.
And we called him that morning and he was shocked that he was on the radio. And we set the example on him. And how many of you people willing to look at the leader in the face and say, "Look, Chief, we are proceeding wrongly, or we need to do respectfully disagree"? Not that you gotta be so upburst and rude. No, we can't do this, we can't do that, we can go this way. How many of us in this country want to do?
And the vast majority of Liberians are seated. Some of their fathers, their aunts, their uncles, their brothers and sisters are among those names who have not declared asset. And today, since the president gave that proclamation announcement, February, they are still there. If the president just come out today and say all of those who have not declared asset, let me arrest them now, Liberia will be also down. You see that? Is that Liberia looking? But they said, they say, oh, you know, you just want to take bread from here, but they're there. Is that Liberia looking? The typical Liberian men have developed an attitude of being very lawless, very disobedient, and they have been the reason why this country improvement have not gone anywhere. Foreigners are in this country, aliens are in the country, enjoying the sweat of this land. Where the indigenous Liberians who the eyes should be open and see the purpose of that country. They are the ones saying now, they say nothing changes, nothing changes. Because they want to put bread in their mouth.
Let me say something. You know what? From all indication, most of our folks who claim to be intellectual or think that they can support this person, will all disagree or trying to correct and put things in the proper perspectives. They lack fundamental understanding.
When they say like comprehension, they say you're insulting them.
Yeah. You know? Okay, we agree. Let's go to Raleigh. There are roads leading to Raleigh. Which route can we take that will be much better for us to get to Raleigh? How are we getting there? What are the issues we're going to handle? Somebody tell you, yo. A just typical example you see in our work today. Everybody wants to be almost at the shoulder of the road for the nearby club. So somebody passing and say, I saw you were sitting there on the road. Yeah. You say, my man, I was at the other place.
But you're spending your money now.
Yeah, you're spending the money.
Well, when you go to your yard, you still spend money. It will not, like everybody say, it will not sweet you because nobody saw you.
Yeah.
So you want to sit on the car road. So people see, yeah, I mean, put a table. Whatever you know. And look at for typical example. Have you heard about Hilary Teague? He was one of the persons considered the father of independence.
Yeah.
The first Secretary of State, which is now today the Minister of State, here from Grand Bassa County. He was a merchant, a politician, and a journalist. He represented Muscle County as a senator. He was one of those who played a very key role. But today, go Grand Bassa County. Since then, those permanent men have walked the aisle. Today, the citizens, the leadership of Grand Bassa County, they are divided. Go Grand Bassa. They get dark, you see the place. Go Grand, that should run the country that should be closer to Motorado that should be augmented today. But why? The leaders there are confused. How many permanent citizens have not come from Grand Bassa County to hold key positions in the governance structure of this country? Go there and see.
Don't go far.
Go over that personal feeling.
Read the history of Liberia, that the only county in Liberia that has been privileged and opportune to have had 3 presidents pro tempore in the history of our country. The late Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
Weston Gaston.
Yes.
Today.
Youngly.
But go and see.
Go there.
Just imagine the former superintendent, Jamje Bagwe, 6 years as superintendent.
Yeah.
You know the jail appointed him as chairman for CDC for Grand Bassa chapter. What did you do as superintendent now? You have carried the man back to say he. You know,
Ambassador, they will say the county or the country nothing improving, but their personal life has improved.
Yeah.
But then when you ask about accountability on these people, it becomes you asking, you are done the worst. When will Liberia really learn? When? Look at the men today. They cry in Grand Cook County, Sanwo County, the southeast. But all he boasts of today, he was a pro-tem. All he boasts of today is about 100,000 vehicles.
But he's sanctioned.
You see that? He one of those who are struggling with the mineral sector of that county. He have held the county hostage because he should be the man or to own a company or to recommend a company
don't
to
forget, professionally he or geologist.
Yes!
The resources that this man should be protecting for our country. Today, reportedly, they are linked to illegal money activities.
But go there, see the children going to school, how they're looking. Go there. What about Liberia? Look at, for I know how many years to plow that road. In just less than 2 years, this current president have made, he said he put cement there. He have used a very lateral dirt to make the road pliable. So tell me now, Kota go there, or the asphalt pavement go there. I don't. What are our priorities? Is it about making our bedrooms heavy, or is it about having impact in our generation, in our communities, in our districts, in our counties? What Liberians? Like we try to say on this platform, it's not about us. If Liberians were in Maryland benefit, we are happy. Because we don't have our children there, our families that benefit directly. But once Liberians are there, we are happy. But it's no longer the case of Liberians. It should be where my family, where I should be. That you know, I should support this cause. Where? How will we move? Then we still want to change. Look at today, the GSC is coming up. The Commissioner General Double Jala, he told us that we'll reach $1 billion. We fell short. 800 million. Why? Today now, 2 million plus, to be precise, 6 million plus, remittance in the government covers. The transitory account, there are still questions, and he denied these things. Are these the reason why we never reached 1 billion? Are these some of the reasons why we have never reached 1 billion in the past? Nobody asking questions. We took on projects here. We are project. Presidential project. Liz took on project. All we know is celebrating infrastructures, but does the infrastructure match the capital we spent? Where are they? If you ask this question, then we see today now that the very human worker who has come, who are around and has brought his folks, they are walking in the same shoes. When you ask those questions now, look, I said, let's pin the past government, and this government don't realize it, we nailed them.
You know, you said something before the inception of this government. You said, President, we are at a time, if you do not disgrace the people who are embarrassing you, they will disgrace you. And how they did to him?
He will now also be moving as a inside looking. The morphology has changed. People say that no one can go to gym. You can play basketball. That's what we're talking about.
Now they're talking about the other president. Now they say he's doing Facebook.
Yeah.
So if they're making him to feel that he's so much young,
yeah,
he's taking the country, then he forgot about the development of the country and think that he's supposed to wear suit that we wear. He's supposed to walk around, so go take him.
You want to get young again?
Yeah. You know, these people that can lie for people, surround people, I just thought they lie. Mr. President, look around.
They will put our face powder on you all day. They will make you. They see people can disgrace you. Say,
they make it custom mask suit for you to put your knee on it.
Yeah.
You know.
See that there?
I wearing jersey with my knee on it. You wearing jersey. I get mugged with my hog with my picture on it or my one picture. Now you putting your own on it too.
Yeah.
You know.
We wouldn't give you the grace for the government at the last quarter of this year, but next year.
But the fact of the matter is just simple. Nobody, you can have a child after 2 years, and the child not walking, the child not talking, and you tell me you'll be happy about it. You must get the medical report that you know that that child will not walk again, or that child will not talk. Then you live for it. But to say, oh yeah, you'll be cool, you'll be we're going to 2 years now. No patient in 18 years now. What thing about being patient now?
They just saying that you buying all the shoes, all the things they put on for the game war is that. They wearing all the suits, but they saying that they saying that.
Yeah. Fingers being pointed to the superintendent of Grand General. Said he allotted 500 acres of land to Burkina Beats with all the community dwellers in the know. Reportedly, that's why they're telling him.
And that former lawmaker there.
That former lawmaker.
He can make it with the district though.
The main all the district, y'all go get it, man. Whole country.
He can make it with the district one because senator, the poor put it out. Then the president said no, go together the whole country. And you see what's going on now. What coming say tell low responsible boy?
No, that.
Okay. The mayor was represented. He can make it. The country, yeah. And the people, all they want to get praising him, he testified the truth. Today, there are so many government officials, there are so many tabra who hate us because we say the truth to them. Who is wrong to us? They hate us when we say the truth. Because we say the truth. And it's just about all making this country better, Liberia. Liberia. Is it about the big speeches?
Them are finding out every morning.
The muff?
Every morning he would text me to say, safe trip, let God be with you. He had never missed a day telling me about God guiding me. Every time. You know, somebody listen to people, somebody say, oh my man, you guys are doing well, the blessing and all of these things. I say, yes, it's good, we try, we're doing what we can do. But it's time
you know, the few that I was down, you know that friends can look at me and say, man, ain't say you strong. They just pass out you somebody like that. So
you see the kind of notion.
Liberian mentality. So they wish evil in all their days. Even like people, they are Liberian today. They are praying that this country should not get better.
No, sure.
They are Liberian. They always tell me, man, you don't even know that because of what you say and how you look, people just against you. And in Liberia, man, the most demeaning thing in life, they can say this is a joke they're saying to you.
Yeah.
They will say, they will put in your face that joke. I'm just joking, man.
Sometimes you can look at a process and give your whole heart and support it in the process. Right in that person, somebody will honor you. And the person that you will go sacrifice your entire life for, that's somebody who will want to show you the highest level of ingratitude and disrespect. For somebody or for institution that will not even take that in 1 step or 2 steps forward. But they will be brave to do it. Then tomorrow, then they come back and say, oh, you know that was the devil. What devil? The president appointed you people to serve in these positions. Can you serve? The president cannot be everywhere at the same time. That's why you have able lieutenants. You didn't see it to former President George Weah today. Now you're forcing him to come back to power. Today, President Bogai, at his age, he's the president of our country. We happy to see here. But some of you, your entire focus that he don't leave the presidency. You won't see him continuing, so you can do some of the devilish things that nobody can tell you because he's there. And
sure.
You think
that all be for. Sure.
President
and why are the most of them behind former president? We have to come out of power so they must hide themselves.
Yeah.
The secret man come
and
outside.
the thing that the only way they can be protected because some of the cases are hanging on there.
Yeah.
Once he's there, those cases will not be.
Will not come outside.
And some of the folks who are committing some of the crimes currently in government, they think that President Baga should continue because they will be protected.
Yes.
But we're not here to sugarcoat anything. Like we said, the honeymoon over. Whatsoever. Let's go to the line 0775 919 919 080 919 919 are the two numbers you can call us home to be part of the conversation this morning. Nobody will going to leave off the hope. No stones will be unturned, will be left out. Let's talk to this caller on the line. Good morning. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, you know, there are a lot of some good things that this administration is doing, even though there are challenges. But one thing I want to urge all our parents is that we should not always get focused on the negativity of the government. Sometimes it's good that we look at the positive, and you know, in fact, we make recommendation. Whatever they criticism.
It's because it's just simple. And one of the things I've seen this government doing, let me be frank, and I think the president needs to talk to a lot of his folks that he have asked to ably represent him, and the true nature of his philosophy and his manifesto, how he intend to move the country forward, is that most of the officials of government in Badova are raining praises on themselves. They are panelists, they are talk show hosts, they live in an independent mind to critically critique them and paint the picture that will be better reviewed and critically analyzed or scrutinized by the folks. They are the ones that who normally go blow the So they leave the independent people to say, let's make a fair judgment. Let's talk to our callers. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Monica. And I mean, Jewa is saying, I'm very happy about what you're saying. Like, and it's very thing that going on in the country. When people think when they're not in power, they need the government is bad. For me, let's be honest, you cannot compare this government with the past government. The government do very well, which that does not mean that former president here was a bad man. But people like his brother help, they use me to.
Yeah. And they won't come by again. They just feel they one man that they're gonna stooge. They can just use it any time to protect themselves, take things and run away. Nobody will ask them. The same thing they bringing it down to this current president. They want him, even if he's 104 years old, they say want him to be president so they can do what they want to do and nobody asks them anything.
They never gain power. You know, people are saying that they made he experienced, he know what he's doing. So right now,
no, but even if he know, we made him to know that he will know. You're live.
Hello, Chief.
Yeah, let's hear you.
They out of hand though.
You are telling for resident. You guys have teleport. The people just trying to use the presidency as a shield to get one.
Yeah. Nobody want to answer question for the position that they give you. You just feel you're supposed to do things and walk away, then you hide behind somebody.
That's the point.
Then when you go to them, they say, wish hunting. Yeah. Look at what they are called for that man. Look at the man body. Yeah. Our former presidents will be looking like that.
And they even know that how important that man is to Liberia. They think it will be a personal
ordinary person. Yeah, Boga there, they carry him and bring all the things to him, make the one make him look like he's someone 20 or 40-year-old man. For what in a get wire service game? Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, over there.
Good morning, Mrs. Scotty.
It's not very too interesting. But I won't let the people know that when the time finishes, let me pray for where I am. I always say
It was never going to end up. Actually, he was never going to be voted to open a race for the Israel to pass and the chicken in our river. But one thing I want to say in this country to Liberian people, especially Liberian child, actually, they accident too much. People dying accident. They have every overlooking the road and they killing people. Weekie. More than 3, 4, 5 persons with dying with car accident. Baby said, what dying one was small baby never used to die in accident. I beg you, please appeal to this government. Let them have what happen in travels.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Colley, thank you. Imagine if I were listening to something this morning. You know, it's just a tendency in our country. People will immediately leave power and speak to issues while sitting in a position people spoke about. They leave power before they identify these problems. You hear some of them talking.
It's illegal. They are product me because you heard me before. So you punched me before. So did I get security? Your party punched me before. Hey, that's right. Why you? Do you remember my party now? 27th March. Why you bring 12 guys? Bring me out from the property throughout. Answer me.
Answer.
Lie on the video. I will send it to him. Don't worry. I will send it to him. I will talk to him. That issue there. Go back to the court. Go to the back door. I'm the biggest shareholder at my place. I want inside. Even you. Okay, I'm inside. I'm waiting for 100%. Go back to the court. I want you a lawyer. Hey. You can't do that nothing channel. You can't answer my question. You can't answer my question. You can't answer my question. No, always hiding. Always hiding question. Why you always hiding 15 people?
Yes, that is lawyer.
That lawyer send me 15 people.
That lawyer
my lawyer send me back. My lawyer send me back. Why you didn't answer my question? Why you didn't answer my question? Answer my question. Why I can't go inside? No, I came inside legally. So why did you bring? I can't live here when you were closed. Why? No, they protect me. I can't live inside. I will live inside. Okay, live here. Open the door. Okay, all right. Leave the guys here. Open the door. Coming. Oh, why? You are part me. Okay, leave the people there. Open the door. I live them here. I'm inside. It's my place. I'm inside when you close.
So tension is breeding. We hope that the law enforcement authorities. I'm trusting that they will, of course, but the altercations, the tension is breeding. The altercation, of course, you see right there. The Chinese national is just satisfied. You don't tell me the choice of words to use. When I go to the police station, you don't tell me that I can tell the choice of words. But I don't want to say it. I'm telling you, you can't tell me the choice of words. You don't. Is that the water?
I bought the water.
Is that the water?
From the supermarket.
Let me see the water, please.
Where's the bookkeeper?
So this is the water, folks.
You can't answer any question.
The water is called Vata water.
Did a lot of criminal. No problem.
Just for you.
Did a lot of criminal.
And this is it. I think some of you have seen this. This water and it's currently produced at this location. But the owners, this Chinese national, in this case before the LMP said he invested 2.5.
Lie on the video. I will send it to him. Don't worry. I will send it to him. I will talk to him. You got issues there. Go back to the court. Go to the back door. I'm the biggest shareholder at my place. Yeah. I want inside. Even you there. Okay, I'm inside. I'm waiting for 100%. Go back to the court. I want you a lawyer. Hey, you can't do that. Channel. You can't answer my question. You can't answer my question. Move on here. You can't answer my question. No, always hiding. Always hiding question. Why you always hiding question?
Yes, that is lawyer.
That lawyer send me back. My lawyer send me back. Why you didn't answer my question? Why you didn't answer my question? Answer my question. Why I can't go inside? No, I can't inside legally. Why did you bring money? I can't live here when you close. Why? No, they protect me. I can't live inside. I will live inside. Okay, leave it here. Open the door. Okay, all right. Leave the guys here. Open the door. Come in. Oh, why? You are calling me. Okay, leave the people there. Open the door. Open the door. I live here. I'm inside. It's my place. I'm inside where you go.
So tension is breeding. We hope that the law enforcement authorities, I'm trusting that they will, of course, but the altercations, the tension is breeding. The altercation, of course, you see right there, the Chinese nationals just satisfied. You don't tell me the choice of words to use. When I go to the police station, you don't tell me that I can tell you the choice of words. But I don't say it. I'm telling you, you can't tell me the choice of words. You don't. Is that the water?
I go to the water.
Is that the water?
From the supermarket.
Let me see the water. Let me see the water, please.
Where's the bookkeeper?
And so this is the water, folks.
You can't answer any question.
The water is called Vata water.
You did a lot of criminal. No problem.
Just for you.
You did a lot of criminal.
And this is it. I think some of you have seen this. This water and it's currently produced at this location. But the owners, this Chinese national, in this case before the LMP said he invested 2.5 million for to build this bottling plant. But currently it's been defrauded by the managing director of the port. Allegedly, managing director Sekou Dukle. So this is disappointed. And so the police personnel are trying to restore, to ensure that this place will be calm.
Yeah. Big money that you're taking war. Then when they thought they said they're going to protect in solidarity.
Yeah. That means we got a team. And when you get there, check that one official to talk to all day, they get president. Go and create that down. Now let's see me, I manage to us how they think. Everything you have to be sharing. You know, you want to buy the phone. They do not let people get around with you, bro.
Yeah. Then we that they thought they had you, then they tell us, well, okay. I supposed to go steal. I supposed to steal before I get something. If nobody won't love me, God don't love me. I will not steal. What I will earnestly earn and what I will use. I'm not going to steal. I will not blackmail anybody. So I'm not bishop man. I'm over that place. You know me long. Thank you for being part of the conversation. Oh, yeah. It's like, imagine somebody will see you after 6 o'clock, then somebody look at me and be asking me, what you say doing after that time? What crime did I commit? I'm supposed to walk around after 6.
The country what they envisage. The certain people not be at a certain time.
You gave me careful for my own country and lady. The country. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, go ahead. You're welcome.
Okay, this Friday, you know, I call it Miracle Competitive Facebook. Okay, when you talk about the commercial aspect, Let me remind like one thing about a president. When you just make one mistake with one institution, you affect all the other institutions. The ombudsman was funded under this government. The first job that the ombudsman ever did recommended to the president concerning people who were doing double dipping in government, who were abusing the code of conduct. And the government refused to take the action against those people per the recommendation. That particular action has already demolished and killed the ombudsman. So because of that, even the asset recovery, they will do a lot of investigation in-house, yeah. But the weakness of actions being taken from the level of the executive will always affect the legislative function of the country. As I always say, because my background is international relations, there is no country in the world that you have ever remember Weekie in my life was telling that the representative is the sources of the government, the senator is the sources of the government. Even my rating, look at the safer. When you tell the record of Ghana or America or Brazil is Lula the safer. When you call it the record of Ghana, you will say John Williams. When you call it the record, you will say Philip Brennan. Any country like cover in terms of development, in terms of policy draft, in terms of implementation of corruption, it will be a last in the hands of the executive. So the people around the president, and it is not him, they are seriously affecting him, and we are traveling through the same path home that the past government led us in. So we are calling on the president that the people around him, most of them should be removed. Most of them should be removed from government. Then you find another face. At least they have spent 2 years into the government as the coming 2 years, which let them go. They are not only qualified Liberia, they are not only better of Liberia. Let them give chance to other people. Maybe because of the court orders that what they are giving, they will be giving. So allow them to go. Let them rest. Let them rest. Let other people come up with
Okay, thank you. Let them rest, like you said. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning. Please be audible.
I think currency as an office are the good job. Serious government has an office at the job in almost going to 50 years. People from the university.
So the question here, let's ask now. I'm coming. The question here, when you know they're supposed to be hiring the office. In the past government from Ellen time and former president we are into this time. Do you know government had a particular are you in the know whether government got a structure or a building that will host asset recovery team when a government comes to power? Are you concerned about the work they do or you concerned about where they are located?
The location too is a matter. The location is a matter. The location is a matter. And so the issue, private government going into yesterday. People say that those we are in the school, they are not up there, they are not they are not young person up to now. Why does the whole people say that this past government is not zero? Today, people are working free around here. Your private government can become to rescue that God, like because we are in everything that zero to get that person who start. They are still resting on very stuff. Even the president will rest himself. So you think on the issue of corruption in this regime, it is just
Is the corruption in the regime more than the previous government, you think?
It is hard, it is very much hard in this regime.
Okay, so if it is hard in this regime, but did the previous government fight corruption? And do you see this government fighting corruption saying it is hard in this regime, but you acknowledging that it took place, but what were the efforts applied to make sure that people were persecuted? That you want it happen now. Why? You should tell us.
Right? People say that if the wouldn't for the rest of the church, they will bring people that generate money or tax, right? I agree that just let them know that according to this, think it. Just
That's what it's all. Now, work out.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Thank you. This is Pastor. So, last year I gave the NACC a particular power. That's why NMC is so protective of the school. And we made that. What we and now it's popular. There were people who don't know that. So then they have that of course. I mean, so come and say, well, you do different. You get about different. I get people complaining about all others.
Can you point to two, 3 persons that went behind bars for corruption under the previous government? You told Charles Ali, then you went back to apologize to him. Then you say you told, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Your life. Our final caller on this, your life.
Good morning.
Please, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, okay. My name is Toby Kamara calling from Dupo Road of People start speaking from this. My brother, let me be very frank with you. You have said it all know exactly what is happening. The problem that this government and the president is facing, my brother, is running. The president's running is not good. We've been saying this.
And that's why we're calling for him to look at his surrounding and clean it, because they did the same thing for the former president. That's why sometimes we hear people when they call, they lied, misled the former president today. They're doing the same thing to this current president.
Yeah, let me tell you something quickly before I leave the ground. The part of the matter, my brother, we had one week in the state government. We told the government to now our job, they leave our job. Okay, no problem. With all the struggle we went through to bring the government to power. We built CDC. Unfortunately, we took on the media where we built CDC for the wrong thing. The same thing we built CDC for yesterday. Brother, when over the weekend or 2 other weeks, you go ready to terracotta. Then CDC is taking out of the other people were taking.
Thank you. We have to go. Time has finally caught up with us. There are a lot of issues. We'll continue our focus, our discussion, but this is how we like to draw the curtains this morning on this edition of the morning. I'm Weekie Brooks.
I'm Nathaniel. Check it out.
And many thanks to T. Nicholas Barkley for being part of the conversation this morning.
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm trusting that they will, of course, but the altercations, the tension is breeding. The altercation, of course, you see right there. The Chinese nationals just satisfied. You don't tell me the choice of words to use. When I go to the police station, you don't tell me I can tell the choice of words.